Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome to another episode of Eject the Warp Core. Today's subject that caused me to eject the Warp Core is the current skill point system. A vast majority, if not all, MMO games, there is some kind of skill points or skill tree that helps you be better at the game so you don't look like a talk to everyone. However, when it comes to Stow, I have found that the skill points seems to be convoluted, to say the least. By this, I mean to say that there is so much areas to put your points in and that there really is a lot. Now let me try and break this down for everyone. There are four skill trees. There's tactical, engineering, and science, and ground. Three of the four skills all have 10 areas to put your points into. At each rank there are 2 branches. The only exception to this is the engineering, which has 3 branches for each rank, for a total of 15. You have a total of 45 branches to put your skill points into and make your character into the ultimate badass. The issue comes down to how you distribute your points for the role you want to play as. And by role, I mean, are you going to be a tank, are you going to be a support, or are you going to be straight up DPS? Each of these roles are fairly easy to plan for, except in Stow. Because for each rank there are 9 branches to choose from, you have to figure out which one would be the best to add points to. Normally this isn't a problem. The problem occurs here is when you pick the skill point branch you want and then you have to add points to it. For each branch there's also 9 slots that you have to add points to. Is it me, or have I lost you guys somewhere down the hall? I did say this was convoluted, didn't I? Okay, let me better explain from here on out, or try to. Continuing on, so instead of adding 1 point to the branch to obtain it, you would have to add multiple points in that branch for it to be effective. 9 to be exact. Now, each level actually costs 1,000 points for the rank of lieutenant, and it will increase by 500 for each rank. By this I mean that a lieutenant commander rank, each level will cost 1,500 points. Now don't worry about it, that part sounds more complicated than it really is. So in simplifying it for you, at lieutenant rank each level will cost you 1 point. At lieutenant commander will cost you 1.5 points. Commander is 2 points, captain is 2.5, and finally admiral is 3 points. Now, that was pretty much the background of the whole skill point system. Confusing? I know. This is where I get agitated about the skill system. Number 1, it is a complete and utter mess. 2, you are forced to waste points on branches you may not want to put points in. So for example, you have to spend 33,000 or 33 points in order to access the next skills in the lieutenant commander rank. Why can I not choose the areas that I want to without adding points to something that I may not want to have? 3, it really is complicated and needs to be simplified. 4, you need to share your points between the space and ground abilities. This I don't understand at all. Your space and ground combat are 2 separate styles. Sharing your points between the 2 shouldn't have been a thing at all. They should have been separated from the get-go. 5, because you're forced to put points in sections that you may not want to, and you must share your space abilities with your ground abilities, you won't be able to max out everything that you want to. Now granted, that doesn't always happen for everything, but for most branches, you should be able to max them out or close to it based on what role you're playing as. 6, if you make a mistake, you are boned! Unless you, of course, got some of that sweet, sweet zen to help you out. Now let me elaborate on this, because I think this is something that really should change. If I make a mistake or wish to change my role, I have to respect. Normally changing your skill points is something that you don't or that you can't do. However, since this is an MMO and things change from time to time, a player may want to change the role or how they play the game. In order to do this, it's going to cost you 500 Zen or $5. $5? Five! Five! To me, that sounds and looks like an expensive mistake. I will be honest with you, I don't mind buying Zen for stuff, but a respect token shouldn't be one. We should have the freedom to change our skills when we need to and not be charged for it. Cryptic, if you are watching this, please hear my plea and change this. Those are just a few things that made me eject the Warp Core. However, at the time of writing my script for this episode, Cryptic had already released news that they are revamping their skill point system. I, for one, am pleased to hear this, and I really do look forward to seeing what approach they took in revamping the skill system. But seriously, Cryptic, please consider my suggestion on the respect tokens. Don't force us to pay for either a mistake, a change of mind, or a change in mechanics of the gameplay that you may enforce. I know it won't be $5 in your pocket, but I assure you your player base will be happy that you do this. I am Phoenix, thank you for watching, and this has been another episode of Eject the Warp Core. Live long and prosper, and we'll see you out there.